I first asked me. I said no. In the chop without protein right now.
What did you tell?
So that's what I'm saying.
What did you tell Bright just now?
I said no.
What did you tell Bright just now that he's getting upset?
No. So what I said I said I got this. He's to get this shit right now.
Don't call him guy. Don't call him. He's no guy to the guy like that. Don't say this guy.
Okay, well I think they're cool. They apologize.
Don't be only victory they cook for them. I mean,
That's what I'm saying right now.
Protein. She's fine protein there now. So how do you want?
So that's what I'm saying right now. I want to see me get everyone to share this thing. So WAHALA don't go there.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Me, I know about everybody in our group, but they all separate protein if you want extra. He used all his fucking money to buy fucking cigarettes. He said he want protein. Rooboy! No, you know they're funny now. Rooboy, you know they're funny. You know they're funny.
Too much. I mean, I talk about phone. I talk about you go for both.
What did you not say?
I'll tell you.
That's what I'm talking about. People know their group right now, they chop protein.
Not be by force.
Well, go and get the gang. So the whole fight actually started in the kitchen, as usual. Food matter now. So Victory was actually angry that the kitchen team, especially this guy Kaybobo and his group, they were enjoying the best part of the food, while others barely got anything to eat. You understand? They were leaving scraps for them. Now, according to Victory, you see these kitchen people, they will cook like they will cook anyhow they like in the morning and evening, you know, keeping the biggest parts of the meat, of the fish for themselves. And when they now prepare general food in the afternoon, the food will just look normal. Now, Victory actually now felt cheated. He said housemates outside the kitchen were suffering while the kitchen gang were feasting every single day. You understand? He was already boiling with anger when Kaybobo now tried to defend himself. Now, Kaybobo actually argued that he had been doing kitchen duties non-stop. He has been cleaning and making sure everybody eats. You understand? So he deserves his own share. You get, which is true, Sha. He has actually been cleaning and doing well. I will not take that away from Kaybobo. But Victory was not buying it. He felt that Kaybobo was actually hiding behind kitchen duties, you know, to collect double portion and not really putting in the work. So the back and forth quickly became heated, you know. They now started raising their voice. Other housemates now gathered to watch, and Biggie's house just turned upside down again, and this was past midnight. Now, Kaybobo and Victory, they were shouting on top of each other. For Victory, it was not just about the food, it was about fairness, you get. Now for Kaybobo, it's actually about respect for all the work that he has been doing in the kitchen. Now, by the time they almost got physical, the house now had to split into two sides, you know. Those supporting Victory were saying enough is enough. They were like forming like a rebellion. Then the others that were standing behind Kaybobo said he's a hard-working kitchen man, you know, giving us that white money vibe. So now, that apart, what happened between Rooboy and Imisi? You see, while Kaybobo and Victory, they were still backing at each other, Rooboy suddenly jumped in. You understand? He now switched the whole focus and everything away from Victory and turned his attention to Imisi. Well, according to him, he said Imisi was playing a pity card game in the house, you know, always acting like the victim, so that we the viewers will feel, you know, sorry for her. You get. So Rooboy was very, very loud. His body language, as you can see in the video, his body language was very, very aggressive. He didn't just argue, he moved close, very, very close to Imisi. You know, he blocked Imisi's way, refusing her to enter the lounge. In fact, the thing was intense. Well, Imisi was just she kept trying to keep her cool, but she wanted him to give her space, which he didn't. You get. He was still being that aggressive. I wonder why Biggie didn't really say anything though. You know, Biggie know they too like put mouth shut, but at the end of the day, she now pushed him aside lightly, you understand. Then she now sat down. So immediately after she pushed Rooboy now started shouting. It was not like make una come see. Oh, she pushed me. You understand? The housemates, well, they were just stunned. Some were just shaking their head. Others were just whispering that Rooboy was the one looking for trouble. It was very, very clear. For me, I didn't really like the way Rooboy, he was overdoing it for me. You get? Because it was very clear that he has been waiting for an excuse to fight Imisi. Even with the viewers, we could tell that this thing is not even about the food that started the whole field in the first place. It is now personal beef between Rooboy and Imisi. It took it too further. Now, instead of him facing the kitchen issue, he now started dragging Imisi in the background, throwing unnecessary insult, ashawo, this one, and even mentioning her parents, bringing her parents into the matter. Well, I just felt he crossed the line, from food drama into poverty Olympics. Now, with Rooboy mocking Imisi while she just tried defending herself, the whole fight just shifted because it was no longer the Kaybobo and Victory fight alone. So let's talk about what now later happened in the house, because by this time, at this point, the house was now in chaos because some housemates actually backed up Victory. They're saying it was right. You understand? The food was supposed to be shared fairly. Not be say one person will just come they claim say he deserve past other ones. You understand? You were the one that chose the kitchen duty. Nobody forced you. You get? So even if you want to take something, it should not be too obvious, because for Victory to have complained, it became too obvious. For me, I'm team Victory on this one. You understand? While Rooboy was still shouting at Imisi, everything was just getting out of hand. So Couture and Bright tried to calm him down, but he wouldn't stop. He kept accusing Imisi of building her Bbnaija strategy. He was just saying she was just building a kind of a pity card strategy in the show. You understand? And he claimed she was also using her background, her poor background, as a weapon. All he was just saying was that the whole thing is just strategy. You understand? He was saying, me say we pour too. If you say you pour, we pour. If you say you get this one, we say. You understand? That was what he just kept on saying. Now, Imisi actually tried to stay strong, because we can see it. It was very, very obvious that she was very shaken. She told him point blank. She said, this fight is not about pity. It's about food and fairness. You get? But Rooboy wasn't listening. Instead, he now doubled down. He blocked her again. You understand? He now blocked her again. Now, honestly, I was not really happy the way the guy was just behaving. So, let's go to the real gist behind this whole fight. Because when you strip away all these noises, the late night fights, it was really about one thing. Let's just focus on it. It's just that food and fairness. Housemates outside the kitchen, they felt cheated because they only got protein once a day, while the kitchen crew enjoyed it morning, afternoon, and night. And that was what actually fueled Victory's anger. You get? It was that unfairness system. Now, Kaybobo actually defended himself. He was saying he wasn't abusing the kitchen, but he was working hard for everyone. But still, Victory did not really buy the whole thing. You get? So by the end of the night, Biggie's house just turned upside down. The voices had gone, the tempers were still hot though, and alliance were actually forming. You get? Because the food fights exposed the house biggest fault line. You get? There was unfairness. There were some kind privileges for the kitchen team, and Victory coming out was now making him look like the rebel leader. He was standing on fairness, while Kaybobo actually looked like he was the defender of traditions and all that. So I'd like you guys to go down to the comment section and let me know what you think about this. Let me just know, are you supporting Kaybobo? Does he deserve the bigger portion of the food because of his hard working, or is victory right that no matter how hardworking you are, this is like a family thing, you understand? This is like a game thing. You're supposed to share the meal equally and not just take some parts for yourself. So I'd like to know what you guys think, okay?